Okay, so another thing I wanted to ask you is, did you go to a special high school? Like, I know there are lots of private high schools that are that prepare students to go to MIT or Harvard. Did you go to such special high schools, or did you go to a regular public high school?
I did not have any of those private schools in my community that I grew up, so it had to be public high school. But I did go to a charter school for elementary school.
Okay.
And I mentioned this because this charter school really emphasized the humanities and the arts. And that gave me a really good foundation in English that I think really helps me, still now helps me in writing. And so, for example, the essays you have to write for college applications, or for me now, the graduate school applications. But yeah, that really early on emphasis on the arts and English and things really still helps me now.
Okay. じゃあそういうバックグラウンドがあったんだ。Oh, I didn't know you went to a charter school.
So I attended the charter school from 2nd grade to 6th grade.
Okay.
And then I switched to a public middle school.
Okay, I see. Interesting. 面白いね。And did your high school offer any AP courses?
Yes. So not as many as other schools. But I did take some. I took AP Calculus, AP Biology, AP Physics, and both of the AP English classes.
Okay. Yeah. Did you like AP English classes?
Yeah. So, like I said before, because of my background in English, it really helps with those classes too. For example, yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So you mainly took STEM AP courses and some English AP courses. And
yeah, so I already knew from when I was entering high school that I wanted to go to MIT to study astronomy. So I made sure to take a lot of the STEM courses to prepare for that.
How did you know where you wanted to go that early at your high school life?
I think a major influence was my 8th grade science teacher. So she really motivated and inspired me to go into astronomy as like a career. So before that, I didn't know that I could do science as a career. I always just thought it was something fun I could learn. But she really motivated me to choose to do science as a career.
Yeah, okay. So there was you got the inspiration from your teacher, science teacher. Cool. And did you pass AP exams?
Yeah, I did. I think I got 4s and 5s. So some of them were 4s, some of them were 5s, I think, and 5 is the max score for those.
Yeah, and were you able to transfer those test score into college credits?
At MIT, it's kind of weird. So most of them ended up just being elective credits at MIT because the people at MIT really think that they want their students to take MIT versions because they're more difficult.
Okay.
Classes at MIT are really difficult, so they think that the AP courses aren't equivalent to the MIT classes.
すごいね。ちょっとそれについても後で聞きたい。I'm gonna ask more about the courses at MIT later. And during high school, did you take the ACT or the SAT? Which test did you take, or both?
I did take both.
Okay.
I think I took the SAT 3 times, 2 or 3 times, maybe, and the ACT twice.
Okay, so in total you took the test for 5 times. And how did you prepare for the exams?
There were some like testing books that you can buy that contain practice exams in them. So I did those exams. I would do it very strictly. So I would time myself exactly how the test would go, and I would do it to practice like the testing environment. And outside of doing those, I use this website called Khan Academy, which has a lot of problems with for those tests. I specifically worked on areas that I was weak in. So they'd have you do some diagnostic test, which tells you what you're good at and what you're not. And so I would really do a lot of questions on the areas where I was not good at.
So which areas were you not good at?
I think I wasn't as good at the reading ones because I felt the questions were really subjective. So I had to kind of learn what kinds of answers they wanted versus what I thought was correct, which was kind of strange to think about, but I guess that's how it should go.
I know that feeling. Did you like ACT better or did you like SAT better?
I think the ACT was easier. Yeah, I only needed to take it twice versus the SAT I needed to take it 3 times. So I thought it was easier because for the SAT, they had, so the sections are like a reading and writing and then 2 math, but the ACT test has like a science section, which is really just kind of a reading comprehension that's based on science, I think, in my opinion. Because they give you graphs and like some paragraph or whatever to read, and you don't actually need to know any science. You just need to be able to read the graphs or whatever. And I found that much easier than the SAT section.
なるほどね. And what was your score on the ACT, if you don't mind answering this question?
I think if I combined both tests, I got 36. But like individual tests, maybe like 34 or 35.
Oh, okay. Are there any advice for high school students?
I guess so, because the last year or 2 has been so heavily impacted by COVID. I think a lot of colleges now are not emphasizing grades and these numbers like test scores as heavily. So I think for my advice, it would be to really, really focus on those essays and to really let your strengths and your passions shine through those essays, because those are going to be probably worth more now than the grades and the stuff because of how COVID has affected things.
Yeah, that's a great point, because I heard that many colleges now made the standardized exam scores optional rather than requirements. Yeah.